Thank you to my moderator in the back, Anna, for opening the session. I hope you're doing good as well and drinking a lovely coffee this morning. And I'm really sorry that you have to hear all morning my stuff. Okay, but we give us hard times to each other. So guys, it's nice to meet you here in this show. Again, let's have fun together and let's talk about trading and all the other stuff which is necessary and related to trading. I hope you had a great start into your own trading day, wherever you are, different time to my time. Now it's 8:30, right before the markets open, and we will have a look at this. So first of all, but we just yoga stuff is always every morning. We stream this Zoom session live on YouTube as well. So if you watch YouTube right now on live, or maybe later as the recording, you will find a button on the right corner of your screen, and there is a subscribe button, so you can subscribe and you will never miss an episode. Also, we would appreciate it a lot if you give us a thumb up, a like. If you say the show is valuable for me, then it's fine. And if you have any questions, so feel free. Below this comment, there's a commentary field below the show, and you can leave your comment there. And when we see it, I will give you an answer as soon as possible. So let's go and switch to our market. And sorry, let's see. Anna, if you give me access, then I can share my screen, because we have interesting things to talk to about the market. My leading topic today, what we can learn from Mr. George Soros. This was one of the leading topics for today. So here we go. No problem. Thanks for being here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let me fix. Now I can see the chat. Claudia, wonderful, good morning. Nice to have you here. I'm really happy about that. So, and of course, I see a lot of listeners on YouTube as well. Barry, wonderful, good morning. Let's have an amazing day. Rinku, wonderful, good morning. Carl, Don, Tamba, wonderful, good morning. Daniel, Albert, Ramdas, love to see you here. Can't wait to hear today's topic. George Soros is an interesting person. Yeah, of course, Mr. George Soros is one of the most important, famous persons in trading. Okay, so this is the leading topic, of course, and we prepared a lovely poll for you today. But first of all, let's bring ourselves on track. Success is not a fantasy, it's a formula. And you know, as a private person, you need a strategy which works for you. So we trade out of the correction in direction of the trend, which is very profitable with a hit quote of over 72%. Newest recently statistics says 86%, and I believe it, by the way. So that's the rules, you know, we need a valid trend. It should be a young trend out of the correction, and then we need a visible signal like a Heikin-Ashi balance candle or changing the color. Okay, and if you want to follow us, so please feel free, send an email to livetrading@admiralmarkets.com with a video, you want to introduce yourself, you have a special question, or you can follow my person on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or my newest baby in relation and in collaboration with Admirals, twitch.tv/Dowhow Schrader. What we expect today, first of all, today is a very important day, and this is an interesting, how should I say, coincidence, based on coincidence, the topic of the day, Mr. George Soros and the Bank of England today, because they will come up with a rate decision this morning, this noon at 1 p.m. German time. So the market does not expect any changes, but the press conference could be interesting and moving the market maybe. Yeah. So this is the most important topic for today. So I have a question. What do you, Jens? expressions from yesterday. I'm sorry, I don't know what Mrs. Yellen said yesterday. USA is broken, interrupt. How she can say such thing. Claudia, that's really interesting. That's the topic why we need news. It's just there's always a special I missed the word, damn it. Give it just a sec. Just a sec. Purpose, yeah. Aaron News, what people say, even Mrs. Yellen. Yeah, I don't know what she said yesterday, and I don't care about that. But here's just only one thing. There's always a no one does it without purpose, and there is always a special purpose behind of such kind of expressions or words or sentences or whatever to bring movement in the market. That's all. There is no reasonable sense beyond such things, such expressions like USA is broken and so on. There's just only a special purpose behind that. So don't care about it. Check the charts and stick to the rules. I made a mistake earlier in my trading career to be aware of such news and something else until I realized there is no sense. There's just a special purpose to bring movement in different markets. That's all. So, greetings to Philippines. Benji, it's afternoon there. Or Oscar, good morning, guys. So, and feel free to ask whatever is in your mind, by the way, on Zoom and on YouTube as well. So what's your sentiment of US dollar, Japanese yen? The sentiment... let's see. Sentiment is on US dollar, Japanese yen. No, let me see. Just give me a sec to see that. So here we go. Let's check the sentiment. US dollar, Japanese yen. It's 81%. 81% sellers. This is a little bit high, which means we expect more rising US dollar, Japanese yen. 81, but it's a little bit lower than yesterday. So, but it's still too high, by the way. Okay, so then let's go to the market. So first of all, let's start with a quick update to our day trading, because you know we trade the DAX also in 5-minute chart in my Twitch room, so I have to give this update. So yesterday we tried to make a short trade in direction of the trend based on the rules. So we missed this trade, by the way, and it was a small loss. And now we have a new uptrend. We saw the correction, as you can see here, and we saw the balance candle and changing of the color. And so then we actually, you see another hit. Yeah, we hit the last point too. Another proof that the trend continuation, guys, is always more likely than a trend break. So now, unfortunately, we missed my first target a little bit, but now the next correction will come. And the point of control, by the way, is up 15,629 euros by one future contract, by the way, not points. Please be aware of that, not points, because you cannot judge points. But if you hear a price, you can judge it by expensive, fair, or cheap. So, and prices have the behavior, you know, to always go back to a normal price. And from there into the extreme zones like too cheap and too expensive, by the way. Coco, Sending greetings to India. Good morning. So, Doreen, Mr. Quentin for you is, my question for you is, how equals between France and Portugal and between between Germany and Hungary will affect euro? Absolutely nothing. Believe me, the currency, the Forex market is not interesting in soccer or football. Absolutely not. There is no effect about the euro. Absolutely not. Otherwise, if you think there is an effect, it's based on coincidence. Believe me, though there is no fundamental relation between sports and a currency pair. Of course not. So what we can do here right now in DAX, nothing. So let it run. Even either we will reach my first target or not. So everything is fine. So just let it go at the moment. Okay, so what's about our running trades in euro in hourly chart, first of all? Euro British pound, first of all, there is nothing to do. We are still on track to continue the trend. The trend is still running, nothing to do. Euro US dollar, we reached the first target and now we are circling around the entry. Actually, we haven't reached the point, my soft stop yet. So same procedure, nothing to do. We should be a little bit carefully with the British pound. You know, we expect a rate decision today. And I will talk about this topic and we'll have a look at the British pound US dollar, of course. And the other one is New Zealand US dollar. We had another correction. Now a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break, you know, and we will reach the point of control. So let it run, okay? And the moment, guys, we will see a next trend continuation, I guess it's time, or maybe it's not time right now, to trail the soft stop into profit. I hope you are with me. If you can afford hourly chart, you know, that's very important. If you cannot afford hourly chart because you miss too many signals, then no trading in hourly chart. Then go up to 4 hourly chart or to daily chart. You cannot miss signals. Otherwise, your results will be based on coincidence, and this is not why we are here right now. Okay, so and I want to give you Anna, if you want, we can open the poll of today right now, because I guess we need time we have to give people time to think about it. So I have a special question for you today. Thanks, Anna. Do you think risk-reward ratio, RRR, is logical? What do you think? Answer number one, yes, I think so. Thanks, Anna. Look, that sounds more familiar. Answer number two, what is RRR, risk-reward ratio? Or answer number three, no, it doesn't seem logical to me. Really, really nice. So do you think risk-reward ratio is logical? So I will leave it a little bit open, please. So, and I go on with my charts. I have another trading idea in hourly chart this morning, and this is Australian dollar, US dollar. So look at this. We have 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth correction, and we are still in the green zone. Point of control is up at 0.7740, which means we have to open this trade. So if you have this mini terminal here, you can click here, and then we figure out how many money we want to invest. So let's open the position there, and stop loss is 50 points away, below the last 0.3, by the way. So we risk 56 euros and set it. And here you can open with a double click here. I'm not sure if it works right now. Yeah, it works. Okay, here we go. We open a position there. Okay, I guess that was too much. Let's do it again. Okay. Yes, fine, guys. Fine. So now buy stop. Okay, now we have it here. Open a position here at round about, what is it? Here, 0.75 anyhow. So stop loss, of course, below the last 0.3. Stop loss below the last 0.3 here. So, and of course, the first target. Jesus. First target. So, first target above the last 0.2. And we did it here. Ticket, take profit, 50%, safe. Okay, such a first move, then sell half the position, then you are safe. And final target is, of course, point of control. Okay, so the question of the day, do you think risk-reward ratio is logical? Yeah, I think so. What is risk-reward ratio? Oh, no, it doesn't seem logical to me. Okay, oh, that's clear. Yes, I think so. Okay, 69%. Let's keep it a little bit open. And about new trading ideas for today, still on my watch list is US dollar Swiss franc, but actually we missed a correction lower than 38, so we cannot make a trade. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we are going deeper into the correction and we need a price movement. We need that the price turns anywhere. And of course, we are circling around the point of control. So I guess this is actually not the best idea. So, and then, you know, we expect a rate decision in Britain today, in England. So what's the situation in British pound against the US dollar? Actually, I said to you the last days, yes, it is a downtrend. So you see it is a downtrend. We saw a deep move and we saw a correction with a close above the 38% Fibonacci. So, and there was a balance candle. But look where this balance candle occurs, exactly at the point of control. And I said, yes, the rules are there, but over the rules is always where we are. And where we are is so much more important than how we can get in. So how is always the four rules, but where is crucial about the result of the possible trade. So, and the idea is if you be aware that we trade prices, then it's always the best idea to trade away from the point of control or from the extreme zones back to a normal price. So first of all, this is 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth correction. This is an old trend. Rule number 2 says maximum fourth trend arm, which includes the intention to go into a trade as soon or as early as possible. So if you have a fourth trend arm and you are deep in a green zone, then it's fine. Because then you want that the space go down or go up to the point of control is quite far. But if you have a fourth correction exactly at the point of control, it makes no sense to open a trade there. Here you go. Here we go. That's the evidence. That's the proof that it seldom works actually at the point of control. And by the way, now you can see a secondary underneath uptrend, which means the correction of this old trend. So in my opinion, it makes more sense about the age of the main trend to trade this young uptrend right now. So therefore, I'm waiting for a signal to trade British pound US dollar up, because this is actually my uptrend here right now. Movement, correction, movement. So, and now I'm waiting for the correction, which means I take this delete this, and I set Fibonacci here. So, and now this is really interesting, because now if we have a close below 38 or 50 or 61, then it's a healthy correction. And then, then we will find buyers at the point of control in a young trend. And therefore, this is the better chance to trade British pound US dollar. But guys, not today, not before the rates comes up and the event is passing by and the press conference is passing by. So wait for the impact about the market, algorithm and big traders and so on. Okay, so just wait for it. All the other trades, British pound is not, the trend is, by the way, is still broken. So we have a new uptrend. We have to wait. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. This could be really interesting also, guys, because we saw 86% correction, a really deep correction. But we have not really balanced candles there. Not really. That's not really balanced candles. In 4-hourly chart, it's important for me to have clear balanced candles. So, and actually you can see the price on the right side is a bit going up again. So just keep it on your watch list. Okay. So all the other trades are still running. Australian dollar, Swiss franc, nothing to do. Canadian dollar, we got out, but the trend is not broken. Actually, it's not broken, which means keep it on your watch list. The point of control is far away on the lower side. Yeah. So, and then wait for the balance candle or changing of the color, and then let's go down. Euro, Australian dollar, I trailed my hard stop because we had a close below my soft stop, and that's the plan, because I made money already. Euro, Canadian dollar, we got out, but it was a profit. Why? We sold half of the position. You see, that's the big advantage for working with partial profits. Now the rest of the position were stopped out, but finally the whole trade was a winner. And this is what we want, right? We want winners. Euro, Swiss franc, nothing to do. Euro, New Zealand dollar, nothing to do. We are at the soft stop, nothing to do. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, first, actually, nothing to do. I trailed. We had a close, as you can see here. We had a close above my soft stop. Therefore, this morning, I trailed my hard stop a bit closer to let this point here, and then we will see. US dollar, Canadian dollar, the price comes down a little bit. There is nothing to do. We sold half of the position, and it's a normal behavior that after any reactions on news, the price is working down again. British pound, Canadian dollar, nothing to do. Okay. So guys, I would say, guys, you join the session tomorrow, because I ask you this question on a special purpose. Because in our result, in our review tomorrow on Friday, when we look back to the whole week, I will explain about the logic or not logic. Beyond this question, is risk-reward ratio logical or it is not? Tomorrow, I would, if you want to have a logical answer about that question, you should join the session tomorrow. Because now we have to, let's have to talk about Mr. George Soros and what we can learn from Mr. George Soros. So, you know, he was the man who broke the Bank of England, but he were not able to do it alone. But he was the leader because he had a clear opinion and he was open. He has a quite open mind to see what is logical and what is not logical. And he was clear when he said what the central bank, the Bank of England, did at this time, what was not logical. And therefore, he was speculating against the British pound sterling. but he was the first one. Do you remember last couple of weeks ago, the game with GameStop? Yeah, why did it work in that way? Just there was huge mass of traders at the same time, because there was one guy who was started this thing. This one guy were not able to influence even GameStop, a $20 share, but he formed a mass, a crowd of lot of traders. They said, now we, bring the short, we bring the hedge funds in trouble. So, and it worked one time. This will never happen again in this point. Yeah. So, but Mr. George Soros, even he has a quantum fund, he was really, really rich. He were not able to broke the Bank of England with alone as one person, but he was the one who started this project, because he had a clear opinion about that, and he is really, really he was really experienced in what he is doing in his stuff. So, and he formed other traders followed him, and this brought a trouble to the Bank of England. But he always was always relatively restricted in that what he is doing. Leading up to his trade, the market had shown to no appetite for sterling strength at that time. And this was demonstrated by the repeated need for the British government to intervene in propping up the pound. So, and here's an interesting question. If you really think central banks are public companies or a part of a government, then you should think it through. There is a word in it, central bank. It is not central government. It's central bank. So it's a private company with the spirit of government. And every bank has one job: making money. Otherwise, there were no reason to intervene into the market. Think it through. We talk about logic in trading. Yeah. So even if his trade at that time had gone wrong, the state of inertia would likely have prevailed and led to a large appreciation in the pound. Soros' respect for risk and reward is one of the facets that has helped carve his reputation as one of the best traders in his world. Does that mean that risk-reward ratio is logic? Let's see. He gave an interview to the Wall Street Journal and he said, "I'm only rich because I know when I'm wrong." Let's repeat this sentence. It's really important, guys. Mr. George Soros said, "I'm only rich because I know when I am wrong." And this quote demonstrates both his willingness to cut a trade which is not working and the high level of discipline that is shared by the most successful traders. And in summary, based on this quote from Mr. George Soros, we can say, cut your losses and let the winners run. And this is what I want to teach you also. Cut the loss and let the winners run. Why do so many people lose money in trading? Why? Why so many people never will become rich? They cannot cut losses. They let the losses run and cut the winners. How logical is that? Would you do that in your life too? Would you stay in the wrong bus when you realize I'm sitting in the wrong bus, by whatever reason? Would it be logical to drive or to sit into the wrong bus until it reached the destination of the wrong line? Would you do that? I guess you wouldn't, unless you're boring, have a boring life, and you want to figure out where's this bus going on. But no smart guy would do that. The moment you realize you have the right bus station, you bought the right ticket, but by any reason the bus is not driving in your direction, the moment you realize that, every normal people will get out at the next station. Everybody. And what we are doing in trading, we stay until we reach the wrong destination. And more worse, when we reach the wrong destination, we take the next wrong bus. How stupid, guys, is that? This is not what we can learn from Mr. George Soros. He said, I'm only rich because I know when I'm wrong. And we know it as well. We have our rules, guys. We have our rules. And this is so much important. We have our rules. We can work with a checklist. Yeah? Checklist means rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4. Check, 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 check. Right bus station, bought the right ticket, get into the bus, and by any reason realize, okay, the trade doesn't work for me. So let's work like Mr. George Soros. When we realize we are wrong, then let's get out and let's take the next bus, but don't stay. This is the sense of the reason of the sentence, cut a loss and let the winners run. And this is what we can learn from Mr. George Soros. He is only rich because he knows when he was wrong. Yeah? Know when you are wrong, great statement. Yeah, that's the point. You know it. The point is, if you don't work with rules, how will you know when you're wrong? And this is why so many people losing money. And this is what we do with Admirals here, to bring people on track, to realize, to be aware of the logic behind trading. And if you do that, it's a great stuff to become successful in trading. So, but this is the human part, you know, rules, that's the technical part. But to cut the loss, to get out from the wrong bus, that's the human part. And this is up to you. It's just on you. I can show you the way. Yeah, I can open the door. I can go, look, that is possible there. You can go, but you have, if I could, I would carry you. It's my mission to make you successful. If I could, I would carry all of you. But unfortunately, if I'm really strong, I cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot. But I can show you, and I can insist, stick to the rules. And I promise you, if you do that, if you stick to the rules all day in every trade, and if you're willing to cut the loss, to realize when you are wrong, believe me, you are not stronger than the market. You cannot hit the market. You cannot punch the market. No, nothing like that. You can follow your plan. That's what we have to do. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening my words. Thanks for joining this session. I wish you a lovely day and hope we see each other in our live trading room on Twitch, which is based on this morning briefing show, by the way. And I hope we see each other tomorrow. And tomorrow we talk about the logic behind risk-reward ratio. Have courage and be kind to all people around of you today and tomorrow. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you, guys.